Are you ready to uncover the shocking truth? The richest criminal in the world isn't who you think it is. From the unexpected rise of the Taliban to the sinister dealings of the Chinese Triads, we'll delve into the murky depths of organized crime. But before we jump into that, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Let's unravel the secrets of the underworld together. Taliban. Introducing the Taliban, the unexpected player at number 10. Mullah Muhammad Ammar and 50 students kickstarted this organization, which soon turned into a nightmare for Afghanistan. They've been in a constant tussle with the Afghan government, seizing lands and ruling with an iron fist. But wait, there's more to this story than meets the eye. The Taliban isn't just your typical militant group, it's a well-oiled business machine. They've mastered the art of turning conquered resources into cold, hard cash. How do they do it? Well, they dabble in everything from illegal trades like opium and heroin to mining, ransoms, and even donations. What's truly mind-boggling is their partnership with Mexican cartels, which has transformed Afghanistan into the global hotspot for heroin production. Imagine more opium grows there than all the coca farms in Latin America combined. This staggering operation has catapulted the Taliban's net worth to a jaw-dropping $800 million, according to Forbes. So, don't be fooled by their militant facade. The Taliban is as much about business as it is about terror. They've carved out a niche in the underworld, making them a force to be reckoned with on both fronts. Sinaloa Cartel. Meet the Sinaloa Cartel, a powerhouse in the global drug trade, and our surprise at number 9. Over the decades, they've become an unstoppable force, dominating the underworld like no other cartel. Even after the capture of their leader, El Chapo, and his imprisonment in the toughest jails, the cartel thrived. Their influence knows no bounds, controlling a staggering 60% of global drug revenue. According to Fortune magazine, their annual revenue clocks in at a whopping $3 billion. But here's where it gets interesting. Estimating their true wealth is like navigating a maze. When El Chapo was caught, the cartel took a hit, losing hundreds of millions in merchandise and routes. Yet, they bounced back under the leadership of El Mayo, a mysterious figure rumored to be worth billions. Depending on who you ask, the Sinaloa Cartel's worth could range from $6.5 billion to an unimaginable $500 billion. With such ambiguity, we'll stick to the official estimate of $3 billion. But one thing's for sure, the Sinaloa Cartel remains a force to be reckoned with, reshaping the underworld with each passing day. Ndrangheta. Introducing the Ndrangheta, landing solidly at number 8 as the second largest mafia organization globally. These formidable players were pioneers in cozying up to South American cocaine dealers, cementing their grip on the transatlantic drug market with a strong foothold in Europe. Their legacy traces back centuries, playing a pivotal role in the rise of New York's infamous crime families. Even today, their influence lingers in the shadows of the U.S. underworld. Now let's talk numbers. The Ndrangheta worth a cool $4.5 billion. But their power extends beyond just dollars and cents. They've earned a reputation as master negotiators, often mediating between rival factions and criminal groups. This knack for diplomacy forged alliances with cartels in the 20th century, giving them control over Europe's drug trade. However, don't be fooled by their diplomatic finesse. When push comes to shove, they can be as lethal as they come. But what sets them apart is their strategic use of diplomacy to achieve their goals. The Ndrangheta may be ruthless, but they're also cunning diplomats in the world of crime. Masahiko Kimura. At number 7, we have Masahiko Kimura, a name synonymous with brutality and resilience in the world of organized crime. In 2005, Casino Delora, then acting head of his family's clan, shocked the world with a heinous act, kidnapping, torturing, and burning alive the former girlfriend of a rival in a failed attempt to extract information. Yet, this gruesome incident merely scratches the surface of the Kimura's dark legacy. Despite relentless government crackdowns, the Kimura still stands tall today, showcasing unparalleled efficiency and profitability. According to Fortune magazine, this criminal powerhouse rakes in an eye-watering $4.9 billion annually. Their revenue streams flow from exploitative ventures like firearms trafficking, narcotics peddling, gambling, and extortion of the most violent nature. What sets the Kimura apart is their decentralized management structure. Unlike the hierarchical setup of the Sicilian Mafia, where the Godfather reigns supreme, the Kimura comprises numerous individual clans, each with its boss, operating within a vast network of affiliates. This unique organizational model has contributed to their longevity, tracing back to the 17th century. Kimura's tale is one of relentless savagery intertwined with cunning adaptability, making them a force to be reckoned with in the shadows of the criminal underworld. Yakuza. At number 6, we delve into the world of the Yakuza. But there's more to this infamous group than meets the eye. While most know them simply as the Yakuza, they're a collective of criminal organizations operating within Japan. At the top of this criminal hierarchy sits the Yamaguchi-gumi, the largest and arguably most formidable of them all. Founded in 1915 by the notorious criminal Harukichi Yamaguchi, the Yamaguchi-gumi has amassed a century's worth of notoriety. Their reputation for violence isn't limited to external conflicts. Internally, members face the gruesome ritual of yubitsu, where they must sever fingers or ears as penance for failure, reaffirming their loyalty to the gang's codes and ethics. Much like their counterparts in the West, the Yakuza are deeply entrenched in various illicit activities. They mediate disputes, often emerging richer from the conflicts they resolve. Moreover, they exert significant control over Japan's gambling sector and drug trafficking operations. Structurally, they mirror the American Mafia, with familial ties forming intricate hierarchies. Initiates sever ties with their past lives, fully embracing their new Yakuza identity. Don't underestimate their age-old prowess. The Yakuza's roots stretch back centuries, contributing to their staggering worth of $6.6 billion today. Their longevity and adaptability make them a force to be reckoned with, shaping Japan's underworld for generations to come. Solnsevskaya Bratva. At number 5, we plunge into the shadowy world of the Solnsevskaya Bratva, more commonly known as Solnseps, the Russian Mafia. Russia's criminal landscape is as distinct as it is formidable, and the Solnsevskaya Bratva embodies this uniqueness, commanding an immense fortune estimated at a staggering $8.5 billion. Founded by Sergei Mikhailov in the 1980s, this criminal enterprise began modestly, with Mikhailov preferring the title of businessman over thief from humble origins. As a waiter with a history of fraud, Mikhailov's organization burgeoned into a formidable force. Initially composed of local unemployed youths with a penchant for aggression, they swiftly expanded, establishing territories spanning Russia, Europe, North America, and Africa. Solnseps dabble in every shade of criminality imaginable, from racketeering and extortion to arms and human trafficking, alongside illegal gambling and much more. Their structure is decentralized, with semi-autonomous brigades operating independently yet united by a mutual respect that sees them banding together against common threats. What sets them apart is their ability to influence the Russian state, leveraging ill-gotten gains to infiltrate legitimate businesses like casinos, financial institutions, and even an international airport, Renikovo Airport. By the 1990s, they had sophisticated their operations, funneling illicit funds through banks and cozying up to Russian oligarchs, blurring the lines between organized crime and high society. At the helm of this criminal empire sits a 12-person council, overseeing operations and ensuring the continued dominance of the Solnsevskaya Bratva. With an estimated 9,000 members, their influence is undeniable, shaping the very fabric of Russia's underworld. The Solnsevskaya Bratva isn't just a criminal organization, it's a formidable institution wielding power and wealth on a global scale. D Company. Introducing D Company, the elusive brainchild of Dawood Ibrahim, a name that has struck fear in the hearts of India for over 3 decades. Despite being a thorn in the side of law enforcement, Dawood remains a ghost, skillfully evading capture while running a multi-billion-dollar criminal empire. Accused of orchestrating terror and backing ISIS, D Company's dark dealings in heroin and opium churn out staggering profits estimated at over $6.7 billion annually. But here's the twist: the true depth of Dawood's wealth remains a mystery, shrouded in secrecy as he continues to outmaneuver the best efforts of the CIA and FBI. Dawood's story is one of intrigue and evasion, leaving authorities scratching their heads while he remains at large, a shadowy figure in the annals of crime. Sicilian Mafia. Enter the Sicilian Mafia, or as they're famously known, the Cosa Nostra, seizing the spotlight at number 3. In a chilling event in March 2014, a 4-year-old boy, along with his mother and her boyfriend, fell victim to a suspected mob hit near Toronto. The sheer brutality of the incident prompted even Pope Francis to condemn the Mafia's reign of terror. But what drives individuals to seek membership in this infamous organization? For many, it's not just about power or wealth, it's a way of life, a religion even, where allegiance means life or death. Originating in Sicily, Italy, in the 1800s, the Cosa Nostra began as a humble prison gang, embodying the same structure and values that persist in the modern-day mafia. Over the years, they forged unholy alliances with corrupt governments, undertaking dubious tasks in exchange for power and influence. Forced to expand to the US and Europe under totalitarian regimes, their reach extended into a vast underworld network spanning gambling, extortion, money laundering, and human trafficking. As for their worth, it's a staggering sum, estimated at around $7 billion. But behind the cold, hard cash lies a legacy of violence, corruption, and power struggles that continue to grip Sicily and beyond, making the Cosa Nostra a force to be feared and reckoned with. Gulf Cartel. At number 2, we encounter the Gulf Cartel, a formidable force founded by Juan Nepomuceno Guerra in the 1930s, solidifying its status as one of the oldest and most merciless cartels globally. Operating from its Mexican stronghold, this cartel extends its tentacles across international borders, orchestrating distribution networks that span Europe and North America. The Gulf Cartel's notoriety stems from its unforgiving brutality, where falling into their clutches is often akin to a death sentence, as victims are likely to vanish without a trace. This grim fate befell the Casadas family in the 2011 Matamoros mass kidnapping, leaving 5 members missing despite extensive global law enforcement efforts. Fueling their reign of terror is the Gulf Cartel's propensity for every form of crime imaginable. Perhaps it's their extensive history, or their ability to outmaneuver law enforcement agencies that have attempted to dismantle them over the years. Regardless, their resilience has paid off handsomely, with estimates pegging their wealth at a staggering $10 billion or more. Despite facing relentless pressure from anti-drug agencies, the Gulf Cartel stands as a testament to longevity and profitability in the world of organized crime. Their ability to adapt, survive, and thrive underscores their status as a formidable force that continues to cast a dark shadow over the global landscape. Chinese Triad. At the zenith of organized crime stands the Chinese Triads, reigning supreme as the unrivaled powerhouse. With a legacy spanning centuries, the Triads surpass many contemporary criminal enterprises in longevity. Engaged in a plethora of illicit activities ranging from racketeering to drug trafficking and murder, their expertise lies particularly in human trafficking, a sinister trade they've mastered for over a century. The Triad's enigmatic nature, akin to the Russian Mafia and the Kimura, is a formidable barrier to dismantling them. Operating under a decentralized structure shrouded in secrecy, much of their operations remain cloaked in mystery, evading law enforcement scrutiny. Their influence extends far beyond Chinese borders, with operations spanning every continent, participating in unspeakable atrocities too graphic to divulge. The Triad's vast wealth, estimated at a staggering $13 billion, underscores their indomitable presence in the criminal underworld. With every individual disappearance potentially linked to their nefarious activities, their grip on power remains unyielding. The Chinese Triad stand as a chilling reminder of organized crime's pervasive reach, casting a shadow over society's darkest corners. As we draw the curtains on our exploration of the world's wealthiest criminals, remember to stay vigilant. Organized crime lurks in the shadows, shaping societies in ways we can't always see. Keep questioning, keep seeking the truth. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, stay safe.